Hey YouTube, I'm Lethal1. This is a watered down version of a video I did about a week ago. I thought I would put it up again and take out all the things that made my first video good. A lot of people ask me, who are some of your favorite anime characters? So I thought I would put it in video form. I will give you 10 of my favorites at the moment. These always change. I have men and women as my favorite characters. Remember, this is just for fun. It is opinionated, so I don't expect everybody to agree with me. That's the beauty of it. We all have different taste. So why watch my favorite 10? Listen to my voice. Calm, smooth, sexy. So let's get into my video. Number 10, Vash the Stampede, Trigun. The show Trigun took me a while to really get into. A good friend of mine was really into it. He pushed me to finish the show, and I'm glad that I did. It is a good mix between action and comedy, with some drama thrown in as well. Vash is one of the coolest looking characters ever made in my opinion. The long red trench coat and the killer shades make him look like a certified badass. Not to mention that he has one of the sweetest looking revolvers I've ever seen. It is ironic because the show has gun in the title, but Vash rarely likes to use his revolver. He hates blood. He has a huge bounty on his head and supposed to be one of the most dangerous men alive. But yet, he is kind and has a good heart. In most cases, he's trying to help people. He does cause trouble, don't get me wrong. Vash has a weird backstory which I don't want to spoil here, but I will say that him and his brother are like walking world enders with their angel arm cannons. Vash is very fast, has great reflexes, he has amazing eyesight, and most importantly, he's funny as hell. Number 9, Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin. Kenshin, the man known as the Hidakari Botosai, or Botosai the Manslayer, depends on what anime version you watch. Looking at him, he doesn't look too threatening, does he? But behind that nice smile hides a furious killer. In his prime, he was regarded as one of the greatest swordsmen to ever live. He gave up the life of a manslayer and is currently a wanderer. That reminds me of Ryu from Street Fighter. Anyway, moving on. Kenshin carries a reverse blade sword now that is incapable of killing. He doesn't ever want to make the mistake of taking one's life, so that's a smart idea. Kenshin can be very nice, but if you push his buttons, he becomes downright frightening. All traces of kindness in his eyes are gone, and he goes into killer mode. I love the internal conflict with him. To kill or not to kill, he struggles with this throughout the show. Some of his enemies would have been better off dead in my opinion, because some just kept coming back. Kenshin is a master swordsman. He has super speed and reflexes, and the ability to anticipate some of his enemies' actions. Kenshin is a great character. Number 8, Dual Maxwell, Gundam Wing. Dual is a happy, charming, relaxed, and laid-back jokester with a ton of sarcasm in his arsenal. He reminds me of me. Anyway, moving on. He really reminds me of Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. This show was introduced to me in the golden era of anime in my opinion, because Dragon Ball Z was my gateway into anime. And because it was so good, I ventured off into other shows. Gundam Wing was one of them. I really didn't like the main protagonist, Hiro Yui, at first, so Dual Maxwell was a breath of fresh air to me. I often found myself laughing out loud at some of his comments and quotes. He made Hiro look really dull, duller than he already was, and I'm not bashing Hiro, I actually grew to like him later. Dual controlled the best Gundam in the show to me, the Death Scythe, which looked like a giant robotic Grim Reaper. As a matter of fact, I love to have Dual refer to himself as a Shinigami. I guess that makes 2 Shinigami on my list. Funny, memorable, Dual was a great character. Number 7, Gon, Hunter x Hunter. Gon is one crazy ass character. He's often depicted as a calm and kind boy, but he also has a terrible temper and is quite impulsive at times. He never really thinks things through, which causes him more pain in the end. He's a really confusing character at times because he does things that a normal person wouldn't do. He is shown to not care about the good or the bad side of things, which causes everyone around him to think he's insane. And I think that's why he's so fun to watch. the unpredictability in his actions. He is a simple character in more ways than one. He wants to become a hunter and go on adventures. Getting a hunter's license is like becoming a ninja in Naruto. There are so many perks to this job. I can go on about this like forever, but to keep it about Gon, once Gon achieves his goal, all kinds of chaos ensues, and it's mainly because of Gon's actions. Gon has enhanced sight, hearing, and taste. He has a nose like Kakashi from Naruto, with super strength and super speed and reflexes. Yes, he's a little Super Saiyan. I said it. Number 6. Sha Sha Maru Inuyasha. Sha Sha Maru is a powerful dog demon who happens to be the half-brother of the main protagonist Inuyasha. Sha Sha Maru is shown to have a deep hatred for humans. It is never really stated why, but I think it has something to do with the humans being the cause of his father's death. If that's the reason, then Sha Sha Maru is more caring than I thought. What I love most is his progression in his feelings towards humans. He actually began to love and care for a little girl named Rin. He got into trouble going out of his way to save her. Not much different from what his father did, actually. It might have not stood out to people like it has for me, but it seems to me that Sha Sha Maru started to care about his little brother too. I loved how he teamed up with his brother in the movie Sword of an Honorable Ruler to take down the samurai that was responsible for their father's death. In many ways, their relationship reminded me of how Goku and Vegeta were in Dragon Ball Z. They are rivals, but they looked out for each other. At least that's how I seen it. Sha Sha Maru is very powerful, being the full-blooded son of the great demon dog. He is a great swordsman, and he was shown to be even better than Inuyasha. He was great at hand-to-hand combat. He outpaced and outboxed his opponents, again, including Inuyasha. He can transform into a giant demon dog. He had acid claws and he can use poisons. Not to mention that he defeated a lot of his enemies with one hand. He is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Number 5. Kenpachi, Bleach. Kenpachi, tall and muscular like myself, reveal coming soon. Psych, Ken is the Wolverine of the Shinigami. This guy loves to fight, so in a sense he's like Goku as well. What's crazy is, he's known to hold back just to enjoy the fight longer. When his opponent can no longer defend himself, then Kenpachi is no longer interested in a fight and will say something like, "I'm not interested in weaklings. Kick rocks." If the opponent keeps trying to fight him at this point, he will kill. Something that Kenshin could learn. Hey, Kenpachi and Kenshin, 2 Kens. I'm dumb, moving on. Ichigo, the main protagonist, kind of handed him his second known loss. The first loss was to Retsu Unohana. Kenpachi stalks Ichigo for a rematch, which Ichigo wisely avoids. I love the fact that 80% of the Bleach anime, Kenpachi wielded his Zanpakuto one-handed. What a mouthful. When he was pushed to his limits against Neutra, he used his sword two-handed, which tremendously increased his power. I hear that his eye patch is suppressing his power as well. What a monster. He's a great swordsman, very durable, very strong. Hell, I'm 6'8" and I'm scared of him. Number 4. Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece. Monkey D. Luffy is the main protagonist of One Piece. He is the son of Monkey D. Dragon. He has adopted brothers Fire Fist Ace and Sabo. Luffy is a young pirate who wants to find the One Piece, or the legendary treasure. When he was very young, he ate the Gamu Gamu fruit, which gives his body rubber-like properties. Luffy is the founder of the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy is similar to Gon. He is reckless and in most cases insane. He is loyal to a fault. One of the funnier moments that explains how insane he is, there was a shady town that was out to capture the Straw Hats for their bounties. They put up this charade by feeding them and giving them a place to stay. Zoro, the second in command, found out that the town was a bunch of bounty hunters. He tried to tell Luffy about this, which led to a fight between Zoro and Luffy. Luffy stated, and I quote, "Enemies don't give you food." It was a serious battle too because Luffy was trying to kill Zoro. He also blew everyone's cover to recover the fire fruit left behind by Fire Fist Ace in the Don Flamingo arc. I do like the fact that he believes in his crewmates, including Usopp. Luffy is very strong and surprisingly very fast. He is durable as hell. He is a fun, insane character to watch. I love him. No homo. Number 3, Urza, Scarlet. Fairy Tail. Urza, waifu, is my favorite character in Fairy Tail by far. She is an S-class mage that is on Team Natsu or Team Urza, it depends on how you look at it. But she is so badass that she's also served as the 7th guild master during Makarov's absence. She has fiery red hair, she has a slim but voluptuous figure that even Lucy was like, damn. She is the best looking on the show, and if you say Lucy is, I'll kill you. Okay, no, I won't kill you, I'll just beat you up. Urza could be a little insane as well. Yes, she's a crazy woman. If people don't answer her questions quick enough, she will snap. She is also known to get irritated very quickly too. She is really scary. If someone cheats on her, there is no one who can save the poor bastard from her. I love her rivalry with Mira Jane. They are both super strong, so it's fun to see them go at it. Urza is super funny at times, mainly because some of the weirdest things happens to her. Like when she was tracking an enemy and she was walking and talking in deep thought, and then she just falls into this deep pit. She is so tough and rough, but can be kind and sweet. I like Urza a lot because she had a rough childhood, but she was forced to be a slave and even lost one of her eyes. But she pushed on through and became one of the strongest wizards around. She has re-equipped type magic, which lets her change armors, weapons, speeds, strengths. She can increase her durability. She can even reflect spells. She is a great swordsman and is good at hand-to-hand combat. Urza, cool, beautiful, warm, full of passion. My girl. Number 2. Itachi Uchiha, Naruto. Itachi was a prodigy of the least Uchiha clan, and he became an international criminal after he murdered his entire clan. He only spared his little brother Sasuke. He then joined the Akatsuki, who had constant run-ins with the Leaf Village. Things weren't what they seemed. Itachi's background was much more complicated than what was shown, and that's a running theme with this list. I like complex storylines. It makes the characters more interesting. Itachi was praised as the best in his generation, and together with his best friend Susui, they trained and learned Jonin level techniques. That's strong techniques for people who don't watch the show. He graduated from the academy at age 7 and was on the top of his class. At age 10, he completed the Chunin exams by himself. People who watch the show know how hard that is to do. That's impressive. Itachi was proficient in 3 main ninja skill sets. He gained praise from his allies and his enemies. Orochimaru, who is one of the legendary Sannin, openly admitted that Itachi was stronger than he was. When you watch the Itachi vs Sasuke battle, it is heavily implied that Itachi let Sasuke win. Obito even stated that if Itachi wanted to, he could have killed Sasuke. Even more impressive is the fact that the creator of Naruto said Itachi was killed off only because if he had lived, the fight with Madara wouldn't have been so bad. The fight would have ended quicker with less casualties. Another fun fact that Itachi and Jiraiya have the highest ninja ranking on card data. They're considered even. Itachi can easily whoop your ass in taijutsu. He has some of the best genjutsu in the anime, and for those who don't know what that is, it's like an illusion or a dream or a type of a hypnosis. He can literally kill you in a dream. Most of his genjutsu was used through his eyes because he had the Sharingan, and for those who don't know what that is, it's the red color in his eye. But even if you avoid eye contact, he can still put you in an illusion by just pointing in your direction. He doesn't miss his targets with the Kunai or Ninja Stars. He is extremely fast. His Sharingan helps him see the flow of chakra, or energy in a person's body, to predict the movements as well as put genjutsu on them, like I stated earlier. He can copy techniques as well. He can use Susanoo because he has the Mangekyo Sharingan, which is pretty much making him invincible almost. He is very good with fire and wind techniques, as well as many more techniques. He has so many techniques that it'll take forever for me to list them all here. Not to mention he's one of the smartest ninjas to ever live. Itachi is sorely missed. Number 1. Trunks, Dragon Ball Super. Okay, so we're at the final anime character, and like I said from the beginning, this is for right now, because usually I consider Itachi my favorite. But what's been going on with Trunks can't be ignored. He pretty much did the impossible. Let me rephrase that, he's pretty much done the impossible a few times. First of all, he was able to go toe-to-toe with Goku Black as a regular Super Saiyan, and when Goku Black got the Zenkai boost, It isn't really stated that he got a Zenkai boost, but he got some kind of a boost that forced Goku and Vegeta to go back into training to catch up to his levels. Then they went back to the future. They lost to Zamasu and Goku Black because Zamasu, or future Zamasu, was still alive. And while they were trying to escape and go back to the present, Trunks stayed behind to hold off Zamasu and Goku Black, meaning he was able to go 2v1 against villains that were way stronger than he was. He also learned how to use God Ki without any training from the gods or angels. In many ways, it just seems that Trunks has potential greater than Goku and Vegeta. He also mastered the Mafuba in a short period of time. He invented the Spirit Sword that's pretty much the same as the Spirit Bomb without any Kaioshin showing him how to do it. He even did what Vegito couldn't. He incapacitated Zamasu. This future Trunks arc was the best in Super by far, and I think that Trunks is pretty much what Gohan should have been. I don't know, maybe this will force the writers to think of something for Gohan to do now, because Trunks just set the bar high for half Saiyans and half humans. If you guys made it to the end, I appreciate it. This video is not as good as my first video, but I thought I would put it together anyway because I really wanted to do this video. And like I said, this is very opinionated. I know a lot of people's not gonna agree with me, but I still hope you have fun. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.
さあ、素直に言ってみろ。痛いところはどこだ？まずは熱を測ってやろうか。それとも注射がいいか。